Welcome back to the Thrifty Food Plan channel, friends. I am so glad you are here. Please do hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. Each and every month, I grade myself on three things: food spending, nutritional spending, and household spending. This is the report card for April 2023. So, what was the budget for April 2023? I built it based off of the USDA Thrifty Food Plan from February. And my budgets run from the 26th of the month to the 25th of the next month. And that is just a function of how I get paid. So there were 4 weeks during that period for me. And my total allowable food spend based on the USDA Thrifty Food Plan for food was $250.56. That's how much I was allowed to spend for the entire month, running from March 26th to April 25th. Hello, Thrifty Food Plan channel friends. Just wanted to touch base. One of the things that I tried to do during my budgetary month of April was to only grocery shop about every 10 days instead of every week. I had heard that this might help me save some doollar, as the college phenom might say. And when I was putting this video together, I had to go back and double check because I didn't grocery shop very much at all during my April budgetary period. And it felt like I must have made a mistake. But I went back and I looked. I did a big grocery haul on March 23rd, which was in the March budget. And then, as you'll see, I didn't actually go to the grocery store very much in April. So I do think this challenge that I have given myself to only go to the grocery store about every 10 days is helping. So let's get to it. All right, so my maximum allowable food spend, just food, for the month of March was $250.56. And when I went back and looked, I did two shops. I spent $27.07 on April 4th, and I spent $34.94 on April 16th. A couple days later, the videos go up. It takes me a day or two to produce the videos. But what that means is in the month of April, I only spent $62.01 on food for the entire month of April. It's kind of remarkable to me. So I came in under budget on food by $188.55. Huge dollar amount. So I am going to give myself an A on food spending. Now, the next thing I just want to take a look at is how I spent my dollars nutritionally. One of the things I love about the USDA Thrifty Plan is it gives us these percentages as a guide to sort of increase the likelihood that our nutritional needs will be met when we are eating on a very tight budget. So in the month of April, the USDA goal was 14% on dairy. I spent about 10%. Protein foods, the goal was 25%. I spent 26%. Grains, I spent just about 8.5%. Fruits, I spent about 15%. Veg, 32%. And then miscellaneous, 8.71%. So, I mean, there's some variation here, but like I know even though I technically underspent on grains, I know that I ate grains every day because I basically eat oatmeal almost every single morning. The other thing I just want to point out is a couple of weeks ago or months ago, maybe at this point, I did a video about miscellaneous spending. And I just kind of, through that video, I gave myself a little permission to not be mad at myself all the time about overspending on miscellaneous. And as you can see, my miscellaneous spending somehow psychologically and otherwise has actually come down quite a bit. I used to spend 20-30% sometimes on miscellaneous, and I'm down to 8.71% for the month of April, which I just think is kind of remarkable. So all in all, I feel like the way that I spent this money, I spent my grocery money, my food money this month. Um, Although there's some variation here, I feel pretty confident that my nutritional needs were met this month. So I'm going to give myself an A on nutritional spending. Finally, household spending. My budget for household spending for the month of April, where there were 4 weeks, was $51.80. And what I actually spent was $15.49. So again, I came in under budget here by $36.31. Woo woo. So I'm going to give myself an A for household spending. So for the month of April, I am giving myself an A on food spending, an A on nutritional spending, and an A on household spending. Please put your comments down below if you feel like I am grade inflating, if you have worries about any of these grades, pushback, celebrations. Would love to get your feedback down in the comments below. So what am I doing with the extra? Because what all of this is saying is that I did not spend $224.86 of my April food and household budgets. I didn't spend $224.86. So months and months ago, I did a video about how I budget for fun, but there's something going on that's going to mean that I'm going to use this money differently for the foreseeable future. We'll talk about it in a second. But I do want to have some fun money. So I'm going to take 25% of that, which is $56.21. And I'm going to use that for fun in May, just straight up fun, including, y'all, I am a child of the 70s and they're bringing the Star Wars movies back to the movie theaters for its 40th anniversary. I am so going to see Return of the Jedi in the movie theater on Saturday. I am so going. And when I'm there, I'm going to get myself a popcorn and a soda, and I will probably spend half of my May fun money going to see Return of the Jedi. But I am doing it because I love the original Star Wars. And it's, the very first Star Wars movie was the first movie I ever saw in a theater at night. My dad and my mom and dad took me to go see it, and it's the first movie I ever saw at night was the first Star Wars movie. But anyway, if you're wondering what I'm doing on Saturday, April 29th, I'm going to see Return of the Jedi for its 40th anniversary in the theater. Now, this does leave me a sizable share of that 224.86 still left to allocate in my budget. So what am I going to do with it? Okay, so the thing that's going on that's impacting how I am spending money that I did not spend at the grocery store is that if you watch this channel, if you don't, I'll link a playlist above. For a period of weeks, I was in London supporting our daughter who was in college there. She had some stuff going on and needed sort of all hands on deck. So the co-parent and I, one of us was in London on the ground with our daughter for weeks. And everybody pitched in. The co-parent pitched in. My parents helped out. The co-parents' parents helped out. The co-parents' new partner helped out. Like everybody kind of pitched in financially and otherwise to make it possible for us to be on the ground with her. And the truth is that for the first time since I got divorced, which is 8 or 9 years ago, I have credit card debt for the first time in a long time because plane tickets and housing and all the things going back and forth, everybody helped and it didn't cover everything. So I have about $2,700 in credit card debt that I have to pay off And I have to do that with urgency because, being debt free is really important for reasons that I've talked about on this channel before. So every penny that I save on groceries is going to go to pay down that credit card debt as quickly as possible. I'm making some changes in my broader budget as well. I'm getting rid of a couple of my, like I'm going to get rid of Netflix and a couple of things like that to also enable me to try to pay this off. I'm going to try to get a side gig here or there, see if I can generate some extra income. So just know for the next couple of months, my focus, every penny, every dollar that I save, every penny that I save is going to go to pay off that credit card debt. Now, if I had to do it over again, I would do it over again because our daughter is the most important thing in the world to me, and she's doing better now. So it was worth it. But credit card debt for the first time in 8 or 9 years, and I've got to pay it off. All right, so let's put together the grocery budget for the month of May. All right, the USDA does have a new Thrifty Food Plan report out since I constructed my last budget. And the March 2023 Thrifty Food Plan report says that for a woman 51, that's man, 51 to 70 years old, my weekly allotment is $51.70. So I'm going to put 51.70 in here. But I'm going to make it bigger so we can all see it. I would note that that is less than last month. You may have seen some of the headlines saying that food prices have finally started to come down, but that does mean I'm going to have 50 cents less at least to spend on groceries. So while I'm excited that grocery prices are going down, I am not excited that my grocery budget is going to go down. All right, so 51.70 is the base allotment. Go ahead and format these. All right, 50. But if you look at footnote 3 down here, it says for a one-person household, we are supposed to add 20%. And I am a one-person household while the college phenom is off at college. So I am going to take 51.70, multiply that by 0.2. That's going to give me 1038. So my weekly allowable food spend is going to be $62.04. Now I've done the math, looking at a calendar. There are 4 weeks in this pay period for me. So I'm going to do 6204 times 4, which is going to give me a monthly food budget of $248.16. Now, I also buy most of my household products, personal and household products at the grocery, as you saw a minute ago. And a while back, I did a video, I will link it above and below, kind of talking about how we should be budgeting for personal and household items on a thrifty plan, a low-cost plan, a moderate plan, and then a super fancy plan. What that analysis told me, though, is that I should be spending $12.95 a week. And again, this is going to be for 4 weeks. So I'm going to do $12.95 times 4, which brings my total grocery store budget for the month of May to $299.96. So this is the maximum I'm going to be allowed to spend at the grocery store. $248.16 on food and $51.80 on household supplies. So this is my budget for the month of May. Okay, Thrifty Food Plan channel friends, that is my budget report card for the month of April. I gave myself an A on food spending, an A on nutritional spending, an A on household spending. and I have constructed my grocery budget for the month of May. Please put down in the comments all the feedback that you have for me, all of the tips and tools of the trade you are using to keep your grocery costs low, because as you just saw, I've got some credit card debt, and anything I can do to bring my costs down, I really want to and need to. I'm going to continue to do 10-day grocery hauls for the month of May because I do think that is helping me control my costs a little bit. And I know there are other things that I can do. So please get your comments down below and just help me out. Please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and be on the lookout for new videos from the Thrifty Food Plan channel. Thanks so much for visiting.